Atlanta cops were caught on camera kicking a woman in the face as she was lying down on the pavement. Now, to give you a little more context into the story before we go to the video, and I do want to warn you that it is graphic and difficult to watch. The officers were allegedly responding to reports of a woman who was walking in the area and had allegedly pointed a gun at several people. So it's unclear what happened between the call that the officers received and the moment that you're about to watch in this video. But understand that the woman is restrained. She's laying down on her stomach. And the way that the cops treat her here is so wrong and so clearly wrong that two of them actually were relieved of duty. Now again, warning before we go to this video, it's difficult to watch, but with that said, here it is. So as you saw, for those of you who are watching the video, she gets kicked in the face as she's laying down, restrained. She's laying on her stomach. The police department, Atlanta Police Department, reviewed that footage, and here's the statement they released following the footage. Upon reviewing the video, the actions of the sergeant appear to be unacceptable, and we are also concerned with the apparent lack of reaction from another officer present during the incident. The decision was made to immediately relieve the sergeant and the other officer from duty and place the other sergeant on unpaid suspension. So there were 3 cops in the video. 2 of them have been relieved of duty. 1 of them has been suspended. It's an unpaid suspension. It's unclear what will happen to that sergeant moving forward. But it's surprising that the cops got fired right away. I wouldn't have expected that. But also, I mean, the cop who assaulted that woman who was restrained should be arrested. He should be arrested. Kicking someone in the face like that, that's unacceptable. And I mean, it's illegal for anyone else. Why is it not illegal for that cop?
Yeah, and she's got her hands handcuffed behind her. I mean, would you do that to anybody? Would you, I mean, I was gonna say, would you do it to a woman, but would you do it to anybody? I did an interview earlier today that I hope you watched on the conversation with a security expert. And he said, well, look, there's a few bad apples. And I said, no. So, and I used the example of Derek Chauvin. I said, so you tell me, it's just Chauvin or it's just a couple of bad apples, but all the other cops sat there and let him kill George Floyd. And it helped him and participated and kept people at bay. And he said, well, you're right. They should have tackled him and stuff. When is the last time you saw one officer tackle another officer in the middle of an illegal activity? I can't remember. I mean, if it's happened in the last couple of decades, I don't remember it. So no, they always let the other cop beat the crap out of someone, tase them, shoot them, kill them, and in this case, kick him in the face. And why? Thin blue line. We're all part of the same gang. The blue gang protects itself.
Well, and we've seen what happens to cops who see bad behavior and want to call it out, who want to actually change the culture. And they're punished, they're reprimanded, they lose their jobs, which is what I think, and I'm not excusing the fact that they turn the other cheek and allow this kind of stuff to happen. But I do think it's important to talk about the motivations for completely turning a blind eye to brutality and bad behavior. They're worried about their jobs.
100%. Let me just say 2 more things about that. If there was no tape, there would have been no accountability. There's no way that they would have believed her. They would say, you're a criminal. These are good, upstanding police officers. We always believe the police, right? And then secondly, if there was no tape and either one of the other 2 cops turned him in, guaranteed that there would be a massive campaign against them within the force and they would be driven out if not fired. So what does that tell you? It tells you it's not a few bad apples, it's the entire culture of policing. That who cares what police do, even if they abuse people, even if they break the law, you always have to protect your own, even if they're criminals.
And the cops, by the way, knew that the woman they had restrained had mental health issues. They knew it because they later called the ambulance and had her sent to the hospital, and they released as part of their statement that they realized that she had mental health issues. They're not trained to deal with people who are suffering from mental health issues.
No, they are trained. They're trained, kick their ass and kick them in the face. That the training is 100% force every time. So don't please, we've seen it 1 billion times now. Don't pretend that, oh no, they teach de-escalation. Really? Where? I haven't seen it. They don't teach de-escalation. They teach you if you're in any way threatened, just shoot, 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 abuse, kill, use force, command the situation by kicking a woman in the face. That's what they're taught. That's why you see it all the time. Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.